Hello, everyone. Greetings. I'm Steve Cook, and I'm here to start the recap for the November 18th regular business board meeting. We got started about 5:35, little bit of a late start tonight. We had a large crowd, a lot of people in attendance today. Our very first item of note was our district recognition. Tonight, we wanted to recognize for our champion of students, Jennifer McGee, for her work in helping to support the implementation of Wayfinder at Lapine Middle School. Lapine Middle School is now one of the Wayfinder schools that are of national recognition by the Wayfinder Company for all of the social emotional learning work they're doing there. Jennifer has been a key player in that, also helping support the summer learning program in that school. And we were just really proud to recognize her. Her family came tonight to celebrate her. The second thing that we had for a celebration was Ben Lapine Foundation. At Ben Lapine Education Foundation, Jamie Goldman and Ann Westerhoff, the co-executive directors, came to celebrate all the money donated by the Ed Foundation for classroom grants. Over $71,000 worth of grants have been funded by our foundation. It's such a wonderful partnership with them, and we were so glad and honored to have them here tonight to celebrate it with a really big check that they were glad to share with us. It was a great time. And then we had student representatives speaking from the Student Voice Council and the Alliance Group. We had 5 students participating tonight. I wanted to welcome Harper Warney from Bend High, Sam Brooks Bank from Caldera High School, and Paige Press from Mountain View High School. Those were our student voice council groups. And then for our Alliance group, we had Rowan Roberts from Bend High also, and Lauren Sheen from Summit High School. And the Student Voice Council talked a lot about standards-based grading and the confusion potentially that's going on with students about how they're performing as it relates to standards-based grading and standards-based instruction. It was a very poignant moment where we were talking about how we're going to work harder to make sure students understand and have a better knowledge of their performance academically. Alliance did a nice job of sharing tonight about GSAs in our district and what it's like to be a queer student in Ben Lapine schools, and including trans students, especially how hard that can be sometimes, but also a lot of support across the district from students, other students, and staff across the district that are working hard to make these students feel just as welcome and just as safe in our school environment today. And then we jumped into our public comment. We had 3 public commenters. The first one was Katie Bludgett, who is a member also of the Alliance Group and a member of our Equity Coalition. And she just wanted to give a shout out to the work of the district for the commitment to the continued work in helping our students, trans students and queer students, feel safe. The second one was Brandy Steelhammer. She's part of she has a student at Summit High School, and she also is a part of the Central Oregon Gun Control. Wanted to remind us that gun safety locks are available at the Ben Lapine Schools district office, and we want to continue to promote that to make sure people know that if they want a gun lock, now's the time. You can get it for free. All you have to do is stop by and say you want one, and we want to keep families safe in our community. Our third public comment was Jesse Bledsoe, who's a High Lakes parent, who's also a clinical, I think, psychiatrist, if not a psychologist. My apologies, Jesse, for that, if I misspoke there, who wanted to promote music education across the district. Just really excited about the music education program going on at High Lakes and wanted to ensure that the district stays committed to providing music education across the district. Consent for information, the consent agenda passed 6-0. Consent for information were several things in there of particular note. HR policies, the elementary commitments document, a letter from the mayor helping gracious for the support for low-income housing and our commitment to supporting housing in the environment, in the Ben Lapine environment for our partnership with Habitat for Humanity. There was also a letter in there that explains bond expenditures across areas in our district, quite specifically comparing South County expenditures versus Greater Bend area altogether. And then also an emergency declaration that Pilot Butte Middle School's gym is going to have to be replaced because of water damage. And so then we moved into action items. There was only one action item that was very quickly voted upon to nominate and approve Sean Gallagher for our Legislative Policy Committee for OSBA for Region 3. That passed 6-0. Then we had 2 reports. First, a quick report from Dr. Burke talking about the integrated plan and how the integrated plan gives us access to the grants that we use to fund like High School Success, SIA, and all the materials that we have to be accountable to so that those plans are implemented in supporting our students across the district. The second one was a presentation from our Student Services Department and Special Programs, led by Sean Reithart. We talked about health services, our student well-being program, alternative learning, student support groups, and special education. This was the lion's share of the night. There was a lot of really important questions asked about all the work that our Student Services Department does in support of our highest need students in some regards. And I will tell you that one of the things that was a clear takeaway is that we've got to continue to do more, and that we got to continue to come up with, find ways to get more resources, whether that's from the state, whether we want to talk about other ways and where we're going to get money, but we need more staffing to help administer to those needs. And then we finished up the night with the superintendent's report and the director's comments. Just quickly, my superintendent's report included, make sure you visit the Giving Plate. They're doing wonderful things in keeping our community fed. The second one is just pay attention to state funding right now. There's a big forecast that's coming out November 19th. Pay attention to what that forecast says. It's going to say a lot about the future of funding in K-12 education in the next few months. The third thing was the Ruby Bridges event. Please, what a wonderful way for us to celebrate integration of schools. A lot of schools in South County, Jewell Elementary School and Bear Creek Elementary School doing celebratory walks to school on that day to honor that. And then last but not least, we're in the middle of Excellence in Education Awards. Today, on Tuesday the 18th, we awarded our Administrator of the Year. Very excited and proud to recognize Chris Boyd, principal of Caldera High School, as this year's Administrator of the Year. Tomorrow, on Wednesday, we will be recognizing our support staff of the year. And on Friday of this week, we will be recognizing our Educator of the Year. And we're so excited to share that with you. We are still going. I think we're going to adjourn probably about 9:30 tonight, but it was a lot of meeting, a lot to talk about, really great things. Thanks for watching in. Thanks for joining us.